Hey everybody, this is Steve here, and welcome to day 21 of the Redstone Advent Calendar. And today we're going to take a look at clocks. This video will be made the same as the video about the T flip-flop and the video about the monostable circuit. First we're going to take a look at what a clock is, and then we're going to take a look at the most useful clock designs. So let's begin with this video. A clock basically is a circuit that turns on and off again a signal again. This is a pretty useful system for machines that are annoying. Like for example this piston machine right here, or this note block machine right here. But they're also useful for timers, clocks like the name is, or other different circuits like stone generators, etc. So let's take a look at the most useful clock designs. So this first design of a clock is very simple. It is basically just a repeater chain. It is pretty cool because it is very versatile and it can be made very simple. You can basically just chain repeaters after one another, and then you can hook them up using redstone or something else, and then they will cycle the pulled around forever. But there's a big downside to this system. The downside is you can't make it toggleable that easy, so that it can be turned on and off again. Basically, if you want to make this, you first have to do a system to cut off the loop. So for example, if we have a signal cycling around right here, we can cut it off, for example, by removing a block right here. And then we also have to be able to put a pulse into the system that we can do, for example, by using a monostable circuit. You can hook it up like this, for example. And now we have a pretty simple design for a toggleable one of these, but there are still ways to make a toggleable clock simpler than this. For example, by using a hopper clock. A hopper clock basically works because there is an item in one of the hoppers, and the item is traveling to the one hopper over there and to the other hopper back like this. And this makes a pretty fast flashing clock, but it's not as fast as a repeater chain clock with two one-tick repeaters. Important is that these hoppers must be pointing into each other and that it only outputs signal strength 1. Cool at this clock is you can turn it off very easily by powering one of these hoppers, and you can also turn it off so that the signal will stay on by powering the other hopper. Another cool thing about this clock is it can be expanded very easily just by creating hoppers that point into each other and basically making the loop bigger. Another pretty cool design is the comparator clock. It works with a comparator in subtract mode. It works because we input signal strength 15 on the back right here. We'll get 15 right here, 14 right here, and 13 right here. Then he will calculate 15 minus 13. 15 minus 13 equals 2. So we'll have signal strength 2 right here, 1 right here, and 0 right here. That means the signal strength there will be 15 minus 0, which will equal 15 again. Means we'll get signal strength 13 right here again. Then we'll get signal strength 2 right here again, because of the calculation happening again and over and over and over again. And that's the reason why we get a clock right here. This clock can also be made slower by using a repeater right here, for example. Then we'll have signal strength 15 right here, 14, 13, the repeater will put it back to 15, and then the calculation will be a little bit different. Then we'll have 15 minus 15, which means we'll have signal strength 15 and 0 right here. A pretty important thing about the faster version of this clock is you can't put a repeater right here, because the lowest signal strength you have right here is signal strength 2. That means you'll never have 0 right here, so if you want to hook up a repeater to this, you must put the repeater at least 2 redstones away from the system. But then you will have a very fast and very simple toggleable clock. But that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching everybody. This has been Steve, and I'm going to see you tomorrow at day 22.